Hi, 恭喜发财，恭喜发财. Yep, this will be, I think, my last Facebook Live that I can wish everyone 恭喜发财 lah. Okay, actually, technically, we can wish 恭喜发财 throughout the year. It's not really Happy New Year. Has nothing to do with Happy Chinese New Year. Okay, it means that wishing everyone becomes wealthier and wealthier. Okay, make more money. That's all. So it applies throughout the year. Alright, so let's see, hopefully tonight's session, the internet will be fine, okay? Right, because today only the technician from Time came here and they actually changed, okay, the routers and everything because they suspected something is wrong with it. So, fingers crossed, okay? Hopefully I can stay on with all of you until the end of the session. Alright, hi Chang Feng, 恭喜发财, okay? Let's see if there's anyone watching tonight, okay? So if you happen to be there, alright, please do drop a note, say hi. Hi Mr. Lim, okay, serious, right? 恭喜发财 neighbor, okay? We all miss Singapore so much, okay? I kept talking about like Singapore and I kept talking to my team, right? The first thing, right, if I can travel. Sorry, just now I saw like poor signal there. It's like suddenly I got like stress. Okay, the first thing when I can travel, I will go to Singapore. Okay, Mr. Lim, wait for me. Hi, Shok Yi, 恭喜发财. Hi, Sunny Yong, good evening to you. Hi, Eric Go. Okay, 恭喜发财, 恭喜发财. Okay, Grace Chia, Happy Chinese New Year. All right, tonight's topic is all about Chap Goh Mei, okay, which is the 15th day of the Lunar New Year, right? So yeah, tonight we're going to talk about that. Okay, what do you know about, okay, Chap Goh Mei? Okay, what are the rituals, okay, that you have heard about? Right, you can share with me today in the comment. Right, so yep, Amy Gore, 恭喜发财. Okay, Helen Mock, just now I saw you there also. 恭喜发财 to you as well. Okay, let's just make sure that I can actually see, okay, all your comments here. Alright, okay, Melvi Gajas, okay, 恭喜发财 as well. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Alright, and then also Majestic Ice Time. Yes, Majestic waiting for me. I know. Hopefully the price won't hike too much. Okay, again back here. Okay, our Amalin Ramo, you're a newbie here. Thank you so much. Okay, for tuning in. Jocelyn Cheung, 恭喜发财. We are still okay in happy birthday, Elena. Not yet. Okay, but it's okay. Okay, because today it was just 2 days ago. It's like everyone's birthday in terms of like Chinese culture, right? Stuart Zhang, 恭喜发财. Okay, happy Chinese New Year. Yes, Elena. All right. Okay, so tonight's session itself is all about Chap Goh Mei. And for those of you who are not from Malaysia, who are not Chinese, probably you'll be wondering, what is this Chap Goh Mei? Okay, what does it mean? All right, Chap Goh Mei is actually a term we use, okay, to signify the ending of the 15-day celebrations of Chinese New Year. Okay, it means that we celebrate Chinese New Year from new moon, which is starting on the first day of the Chinese New Year, all the way to the full moon, which actually ends on the 15th day of the Chinese New Year. And for this year itself, it will take place on the 15th of February, next week on a Tuesday. All right, so normally at the end of the Chinese New Year itself, we have different things that we can do. Okay, so one of the things, okay, is for Chinese, especially Taoists, okay, a lot of them will actually go to temples for prayers and all that, and besides that, they will also go to actually Junwan. Okay, Junwan means in a way, recall what turning, changing luck, okay, turning over a good luck lah, okay, basically it just means that. So you see that a lot of Chinese devotees, okay, alright, ever since I was in the temple, every year during Chap Goh Mei itself, okay, they will go in a way to ask for blessings in order to turn, okay, their luck itself. Hopefully they can ascend their luck to be better, alright, and yeah, okay, so that the whole year itself, okay, it can heighten the energy. Elena, it was a wrong sticker. Okay, all right, 恭喜發財. Hui Yi, I saw your message earlier on. Okay, Chap Goh Mei related to you. Chap Goh Mei also, in a way, it is termed as a Chinese Valentine. All right, now why is it Chinese Valentine? Also because it's the first full moon of the lunar year. All right, and basically most of the time, okay, I've traced back even up to the 90s and all that. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. All the years that I've checked, okay, I've seen that Chap Goh Mei will fall between the Tiger month. Now, Chinese New Year, the first day of Chinese New Year might not actually be in the Tiger month itself. Okay, it means Tiger months only start from February 4th onwards, because sometimes Chinese New Year can start end of January, right? But for Chap Goh Mei itself, right, it always falls within the Tiger month itself, which is between February 4th up to the 6th of March, right? So therefore, Chap Goh Mei, which actually represents the first full moon of the lunar months, okay, you know, like Chinese, full moon means very how to say 圓滿啊。Full moon means what? Perfect. Okay. So when full moon, it represents the first perfection, okay, for the year itself. So therefore, it is also linked, okay, to be addressed as, okay, a Chinese Valentine. Oh, thank you so much, okay. Without realizing, I just realized that I've forgotten to ask all your help, okay, to help me share this Facebook live out there so that it can actually reach out to more people. But I can see that I think many of you have already been helping me to share. I can see the number is rising. Thank you so much, okay? Thank you so much for helping me. Those of you who have just joined, welcome. All right, throw orange after ye. Yes, okay? One of the significant things, okay, that Chinese do during Chinese New Year. Nowadays, even non-Chinese will do that. I mean, rituals, right? Okay? I mean, no harm doing it. Why not? People will start throwing oranges, Mandarin oranges during Chinese New Year. They will start throwing it. Traditionally, it was into the river, okay? Or into a lake. But nowadays, it's like, of course, like even in KL itself, okay, a lot of people start throwing it into lake. You have in Putrajaya, Cyberjaya, all right? There are certain lakes that is in a way acceptable to throw. I'm not sure about this year, okay, but, okay, right, okay, don't jump to conclusions first, okay? My opinion for this year when I want to talk about Chap Goh Mei is, okay, this year, in fact, I want to share with you what are the best timing for that day on the 15th of February? What are the best timing for us to do all these rituals so that we can, in a way, okay, maximize our potential, okay, heighten our luck for the year itself. And of course, besides throwing Mandarin oranges, for some of you, if you still want to throw it, by all means, but I will also share with you later on, in my personal opinion, what could be a better thing to do instead of wasting those poor Mandarin oranges, especially this year, very expensive, you know, right? Whereas this year, all the Mandarin oranges, okay, I'm not sure about you or those of you in Singapore, but in Malaysia itself, right, okay, I don't remember buying Mandarin oranges at these prices before. It really has a price hike, okay, in terms of Mandarin oranges. So I really do not encourage people to throw it into the lake, all right? So therefore, I'm going to share with you my personal opinion. What can you do on these auspicious hours, okay, with different zodiac animal sign? What is the best thing that you can do, okay, and how to still achieve, okay, the potential of, like, you know, achieving, okay, your purpose, okay, or your goal of throwing those oranges without really throwing them, right? So at the end of this session, I will be sharing with you those auspicious hours and also one feng shui ritual as well. It means that at home, one of the things in terms of feng shui activation that you can do to enhance our prosperity, at the same time also enhance our likability lah. In other words, nobleman help. Okay, for those of you who are single, like Hui Yi and available, you can also do this ritual itself to enhance your peach blossom luck. All right, so now, okay, first of all, hi, okay, everyone's, you know, John Vega, okay, hi, Simena, May, can kids do this tradition too? Of course, they can, okay, so I'm going to explain to you first. Bosco throw oranges every day. Well, he must have a lot of peach blossom, okay? Does he write Eric's, the daddy's phone number on the oranges? Next time, make sure he writes Eric's phone number on the oranges and ask him to throw it. Probably Eric Goh will be very happy, okay? All right, so now, first of all, okay, understand what Chap Goh Mei is all about first and what we can do, okay, on that particular day. Now, for me, of course, on that day of the 15th of February, the first thing that we can consider doing is actually having the flower bath. Now, these are last year's articles, okay? This year's one is not been published yet, okay? That's why I'm being early here, 1 week ahead, okay, of Chap Goh Mei. So there are interviews, okay, but it is not been published. So I used last week articles to share with you. Those in Chinese, you know that, right? During the 15th day of February, one of the things, early in the morning when you wake up, the best thing that we can do is take the 7-color flowers bath. All right, many of you here who has been following me all this while, you know what it is, okay? It's a 7 colors flower bath and the citrus bath itself for our chakra cleansing. Try your best to get the 7 colors as much as possible, but if you really can't get them, can I see the English one so that they can actually look at the English article as well? Okay, the next one. Alright, okay, so that is like, you know, like if you on that day itself, like, can't toss oranges this Chap Goh Mei, okay, try taking a chrysanthemum flower bath instead to find the perfect match. So first thing, okay, if you really want to follow the ritual, it's a full moon anyway on that day. So first thing in the morning, depending on what time you wake up, okay, on your local time in your own country, even though if you're not Chinese, because it's a full moon. So on that early morning itself, when you wake up, right, buy 7 colors flowers, okay, and then also get some salt scrub. Okay, it means that you prepare yourself with Himalayan salt or Epsom salt, okay, for that morning itself. Now, if can, get yourself citruses as well, right? I will ask my team to help, okay, share the link of previous Facebook Live where I talk about, okay, the extensive, okay, steps, okay, of preparing the 7 colors flower bath and also the citrus cleansing, right? In case those of you who missed it, you can refer back to it. But in short, okay, you prepare the 7 colors that relates to our 7 chakra, which is colors, which is red color, right? Orange, yellow, green or pink color, and then you have blue. Now normally blue we can use the butterfly pea, okay, all right, and then after that you have purple and also white colors, okay, all these 7 colors that in a way represents the 7 chakras. Now one thing is in Malaysia, okay, the chances is getting the full range of the 7 colors might not be that easy, right? Because during Chap Goh Mei is where all the flowers itself will be highly in demand. So there could be possibilities that you might not be able to get it. So just do whatever that we can. Get as much, okay, colors as we can, okay, right? And preferably it is chrysanthemum. Now there's a reason to it. Can we get roses or even other flower petals to bathe with? Yes, we can, okay, if there's no other choices. For instance, if you are in a country where this sort of chrysanthemum is not easily available, you can also get other types of flowers. But I would suggest try to get flowers that needs exposure to the sun the most. Example here, sunflowers or chrysanthemum, okay, in that families, okay, right, these are the flowers that requires exposure to the sun, okay, maximum per day itself. So these are the flowers that we call a more yang flowers. So normally you want to get flowers like this for flower bathing, okay, in order for us to recharge, okay, our yang energy. Now rose petals are considered one of the yin flower. It needs cooling, okay, area, all right, and then not too much of direct sunlight, okay. So for roses itself, it's more for beauty, for rejuvenations, okay, for us to calm ourselves down, okay, and also to subconsciously be more attractive, okay. So normally during this particular Chap Goh Mei, use yang flowers and chrysanthemum will be the best. Get the 7 colors that I've mentioned as best as possible. If you really can't get them, okay, probably you can only get yellow, okay, just use yellow. We do whatever we can, all right? As much as we have put in the effort, okay, or our effort into getting it, if we really can't get all the 7 colors, by all means, we just go together with the flow, okay? But I would suggest you to try our best. Now, why in the olden days people come up with rituals like this? Because you see, it's like, you know, some sifu or some practitioners, okay, or some teachers, some gurus in the olden days itself, right? They like to come up with a certain rituals during certain special dates, okay? This is a form of test to their devotees, followers, okay, or people in a way listening to them. Because when they give them a certain task, like you have to get all these flowers in different colors, okay, to do your bathing in a certain time and certain rituals in a certain time, it is like a test to them. How many can really persevere through, okay, and put in all the hard work to get it done, okay? Because if you can really do whatever it takes to get these things done, it shows a lot about a person's attitude and personality. It means that throughout the year itself, you know that this person itself, they will be able to rise to the top of their game, because nothing basically in a way really like, you know, stop them, okay? I mean, in a way, you have to find 7 color flowers, they will be able to find it, okay? Right, all this homework itself, okay, they will be able to get it done. So the more able we in a way getting all these rituals done, okay, means that it shows us we have that, you know, like greed within us, that perseverance inside us, that we want to get things done, okay? So in short, that reflects a lot on a person's like no endeavor. The attitude will also reflect a lot on that person's success, okay, for the whole entire year. So I really, in a way, will try to encourage all of you. Just do our best. Try to find the flowers, okay, as much as we could, okay. If one store do not have it, will you just give up, or will you check other stores as well? Now, there are few wholesalers that we normally frequent. There's one Puduria Forest, okay, in Chan Sao Lin. There's also one whole stretch of wholesalers like Liwa Forest in like downtown KL. Now, these are the areas that we can check out, okay? If really cannot, there are small little florists all over, okay? Can we just go to different places to collect all these flowers? It's Chap Goh Mei anyway, okay? So if you can, that will be, in a way, it shows a lot of, in a way, a perseverance in a person, okay? So get the 7 color flowers, and secondarily, the citruses, all right? Now, I'm going to, in a way, explain to you what type of citrus. In detail, remember, there's already a link, okay, that has been shared, all right, in the comment below by my team, okay? You can refer back to the link, okay, so that you can, in a way, in detail, know what to do with that flower cleansing, okay? The citruses that we need to buy is grapefruit, okay? Grapefruit, internal, it is red in color. So grapefruit, secondarily is orange, okay? Then buy lemon, and then thirdly, your kaffir lime, you know, limau purut, the green lime. If you cannot get the kaffir lime, just get the normal green lime, okay? That's when you cut it in, it's green in color. Now, this represents the lower chakra all the way up to the heart. So we want to cleanse it to enlighten. All citruses have this very enlightening energy. So when we use the citruses to bathe, okay, it helps to cleanse our energy. It helps to also, in a way, like, you know, like enlighten us up. All right. So now remember, dyed colored flowers are not recommended, because nowadays you see that a lot, okay, using this chrysanthemum, they dyed it, okay, they put it into colored water so that it can become blue color or green color. Now try to avoid dyed color. Go as natural as you can be, all right? But if you really can't find, okay, just forget about those colors. Still don't go for dyed color. Now butterfly pea, okay, this is the blue color butterfly pea flowers that people use for tea, or also to make some local nyonya kueh and all that for cooking, right? If you can't find the fresh ones, the dried ones will do as well, because in order to dry it, you need to leave it out in the sun, okay? So there's a lot of yang energy in it. But of course, if you can buy or you can get the fresh ones, that will be the best. Now, normally even in like dry grocers or village grocers and all that, they do sell it as well in small packets, okay? But if not, okay, there's 1 year we have done it before. My kids go and steal some neighbors' flowers. Don't steal lah, okay? All right, at least ask permission, because all these are in a way easily available, all right? It is easily in a way grown. So if you need a few petals, okay, please do ask permission first, because I remember there was 1 year I asked my kids to just settle the flowers. I give this, in a way, homework to them, and they started stealing butterfly peas, okay, from the neighbors. Please don't do that. Do ask permission first, all right? So these are the things that you can do on the morning, okay, of Chap Goh Mei, which is on the 15th of February, okay? Now, once you have done this, okay, flower bath, okay, short cleansing, citrus bath, and all that, okay? And the next thing is later, I'm going to share with you the auspicious hours for those of you who wanted to toss oranges, or for those of you who want to set up in terms of the feng shui activation. You can do it later on. But now, let me share with you, what is Chap Goh Mei all about? Okay, what's such a hype about this? Even though if you're not Chinese, you're not celebrating Chinese New Year, okay? But this particular full moon itself is important in terms of astronomy, okay? In terms of planetary alignment. So the next thing is I would like to bring out my slides, okay, to show you. It's like I always talk about the 4 portals. Now, there are 4 very important portals throughout the year itself, okay? Not this, okay? Now my height. Okay, right. There are 4 very important portals throughout the year. Those of you who followed my session, you know that I've talked about, right, the pig, monkey, snake, and tiger month are the 4 animal sign, or the 4 growth, okay, or sky horse animal sign that in a way carries with them these portals, okay? And of course, respectively, you have heaven's portal, human's portal, earth's gate, and also ghost gate. Now in Chinese, it makes more sense, okay? It says that 海為天門，自為地門，身為人門，人為鬼門. Okay, so 鬼戶 means that, okay, in Tiger month itself, which is this month currently, okay, it's considered what we call a ghost gate. Okay, now ghost gate, don't be taken aback as a ghost gate sounds like terrible this Chinese New Year. Okay, therefore it is a gate where we eliminate all what we call negativity. Okay, because you see the ascension from ghost gate to earth gate to human's portal, then after that to heaven's portal, it's all about energy ascension. Right, every when we are about to go to the next portal and gate itself, probably then I will do more Facebook Live to explain about it. Now we want to focus on the Ghost Gate. Ghost Gate means that's why you see during Chinese New Year, in February month, in the Tiger month, during Lap Chun, this is when people celebrations, in the older days, why people have lion dance, why people have all these firecrackers going on, why people need to wear red that signifies fire and all that. Because fire is the energy that elevates all negativity. It transforms the energy. Why is it on the 15th full moon of Chap Goh Mei, people go to the temple to go and in a way turn their luck, or in a way 君王啦, because in the tiger's month itself is where the ghost gate is. It means that ghosts, you see, every one of us, there's a certain what we call yin energy within us, the yang energy, we can call it like human form, and the yin energy we call it the ghost form, let's put it that way, positive and negative energy. So during the tiger month is the best month for us to get rid of all this negative heavy energy. And we're talking about energy. We're not talking about ghosts, We're not talking about in a way that we can see ghosts all around us. It's not that. It's just within a person, because we believe that everything is a yin and yang. So there's always some yin energy within a person that during this tiger, tiger 1 month itself, we want to rid of that heavy energy. Therefore we do flower cleansing bath. We have all these celebrations, to signify, growth, to signify positivity, to signify auspiciousness, so that all this negativity will be in a way, suppressed, or in a way cast out. So these are the things relating to this special Tiger month. And of course, those of you who followed me before, you know that I talk about Tiger month is where you actually have this, 18 times is a hexagram of the year, that actually represents, Tai. Tai in Chinese we call Sam Yang Hoi Tai. It means that now the yang energy goes into a potential full prosperity. It only grows higher and higher. Alright, so it actually holds with it, one of the most auspicious hexagram, all within the tiger month. So therefore, if we want to do a lot of rituals, a lot of prayers or rituals or activation, relating to bringing up the energy, fulfillment, for prosperity and abundance, doing it in the tiger month is the best month to do so. And this year itself is very, very special, because a few days after Chap Goh Mei, when we come to the 18th of February, it is like a one in a lifetime date. That is the opening, or the official opening of the Grand Centurion portal. It only happens once in every 180 years. Right? So we're going to talk about that later on. But first of all, we now understand that, for Chap Goh Mei itself, is the first full moon of the year. It represents abundance, prosperity. It represents perfection. And because it is actually the ghost gate, means that it's a separation. It's a gate for us to, in a way, discard off or separate off all heavy and negative energy, within us itself. So you can see from the next chart over here, as you see here, Tiger month, is the first month of the year. So every year itself, everyone needs to go through these 4 gates. Every year we are given a chance, with awareness. If we are aware of it, understanding what these 4 gates holds the secret for us, every time or every year when we go through it, we ascend our energy, we bring our luck higher, And that's what metaphysics is all about. It's not superstitious. It's not about how much we go and pray in the temple. It has nothing to do, in totality with religion. It's all about, in a way, heighten the energy within us, so that we can, in a way, become the enlightened one, Instead of in a way, pulled down by a lot of heavy and also negative energy. Alright, so once we look into this, and we understand how this works itself, and the next thing is we also need to know, so why is this the first full moon is so important? So in terms of metaphysics, now we always talk about the Trinity. You have always heard me talk about the cosmic Trinity, Now Trinity in a way exists not only, in Chinese metaphysics or in Taoism or in Buddhism. It also exists in Hinduism, Christianity and all that, okay, when you talk about like the Father, Son, okay, and all, it's like, all this, okay, whatever talk about the Trinity things, okay, right, heaven, earth, and man, okay, 天時地利人和, all these things we talk about the Trinity, and the Trinity itself, okay, is a very important component when it comes to the universe. All right, so then, okay, every year itself, now the Trinity also in a way, okay, are represented by these 3 months, the 4 gates that I've talked about. Now, out of the 4 gates, there are 3 particular gates, okay, that represents, okay, the access to this Trinity. So in Chinese, we call, okay, you can't really see here, okay, it's called 上元, 中元, 下元. So if you know Chinese, you know that Chap Goh Mei itself is considered or also known as 上元旦. If you look at Tongshu, you know the Chinese Tongshu, right? Every time you see the first 15 day of the year itself, okay, for Chap Goh Mei, it is always labeled there as 上元旦. Right? And then when you go into, right, the 7th month full moon, the 7th month full moon in Chinese lunar month, 7th month full moon, is just a day after, the Ghost Festival. That is the 中元旦, or what we call the middle primary, okay, or the earth officer. And the last one, okay, 下元旦, okay, is actually on the 10th month full moon. So it's somewhere in November. Or in the Tongshu, it is all written there. Now, what is all this thing? What is upper primary, what is middle primary, and what is lower primary? Okay, so the one that we'll be experiencing next Tuesday is the upper primary, or what we call a heaven officers, okay, sort of like portal opening. Now, of course, in Taoism itself, right, okay, we in a way consider these 3 as the 3 pure ones, right? If you know Taoism, these are called the Sam Cheng, okay? But in metaphysics itself, we don't talk about deities, we don't talk about prayers, but for this, we refer it to a star. There are certain stars that is aligning, okay, on that day itself during the full moon, that it opens up the heavens officer. So heavens officer here, okay, it is actually to qifok, means that it brings good fortune and prosperity. Therefore, a lot of Chinese from ancient time up to now, during this first 15 days, the first full moon of the year itself, they will go for prayers, okay? They will go to ask for changing of luck, Junwan, okay? To, in a way, heighten, okay, their fortune, to heighten their prosperity, to wish for better abundance or better perfection, all right? Now, whereas when it comes to middle primary or governed by the earth officer, Tei Kun, okay? Now, in this particular moment or this gate itself, okay, the planetary alignment, okay, right, in a way justifiable for that day, which is suitable for forgiveness of sins, okay? Therefore, you will see that this is governed by the Tei Kun or the earth officer. Now, earth officer governs everything from earth. Heaven's officer governs everything, right, in the heaven, like all the planetary alignment, okay, the special alignment, right, manifestations, the future, okay. So we talk about the planets and the stars aligning up in heaven. When we talk about middle primary or earth officer, it talks about everything that is involving on earth itself. Therefore, on the 7 month, 15 days, it is related to so-called Ghost Festival. Everything that is still trapped on earth, okay, that is in a way the earth officer, and that portal opens up for people to seek forgiveness of sins, okay, for guilt, for shame, for things that we in a way have guilt that we have not performed, we have not done well. That's why traditional Chinese during the 7 month itself, they start burning a lot of things, they start giving back a lot of things, okay, to even all this like lost soul or whatsoever, because it is supposed to be a day where it opens up the portal to seek for forgiveness and also seek for, in a way, forgiveness of our sin. And lastly, the lower primary, or what we call the water officer, Sui Kun. Okay, now traditional here is for dissolving obstacles and disasters, Gai Ngat. Okay, now in the ancient time, okay, praying or in a way manifesting, okay, seeking the help, okay, of the planetary alignment that governs the water is very important. So therefore, this is in winter time, okay, it is actually towards the end of the year, and it's also in the full moon. So normally it will be a November full moon, okay. So in Chinese itself, it will be October month. Now, this particular full moon itself is for people who starts praying, okay, to the water or water god, whatever you call it, for those who are religious, okay, so that it helps to dissolve obstacles and disaster. Because in the olden days, majority of the people are farmers. right? They are not like us, not like you and me, okay? So in the olden days, we are talking about hundreds and hundreds of years ago, okay? People, like in a way, main job or career mostly are farmers. So they really, in a way, really depend on natural phenomena, the weather, in order for them to, in a way, to determine how well will they fare, okay, for the new year itself. So normally during the end of the year is where, okay, typhoons is going to happen, okay, is where drastic weather is going to happen. We will be like super cold or extreme weather, example. So during the water officer or lower primaries is when people in the olden days start to pray, okay, to what we call the water god, okay, the water officer, and ask for like, better weather, okay, a better like, to stay away from natural disasters and all that. Now, in our modern context, okay, how many of us really actually ask, okay, God or anyone to really like, help us to maintain a good weather? Very most unlikely, right? Unless, touch wood, something bad really happened. Then everyone starts, wishing that, oh, I just wish that, lesser, what we call natural disaster, okay? But in our modern context, I always find that during the lower primary, or the water officer during the 10th month, okay, full moon, this is the best time for us, okay, to manifest and to pray for management. Instead of management of water in terms of natural disaster, it will be a management of water in terms of emotions of person or people or human beings, okay? Because I find that, okay, now as you see from Chinese metaphysics, water also represents emotion. And we are in a world now living in a reality or a society where, okay, emotional people or people who somehow got for a moment, okay, out of control of their own emotions can really create a lot of disasters. So nowadays, the disasters are mainly not caused by just natural disasters, okay? A lot of disasters are human caused due to that spur moment of emotions, of anger, of hatred, of jealousy, okay, where the ego is reacting. So the lower primary or the water officer, okay, moment, or when the portal is opening, okay, which is in the peak month, that is the best month for us, okay, to in a way manifest, okay, or meditate towards managing our emotions. Because this water officer also represents the emotional lingering, okay, in the society, the fear that is lingering in the society. Now that one is a brief, okay, understanding, so that at least now you know the three different trinity and what does it mean, okay? So of course in detail itself, when we are nearer to the dates, probably we have more Facebook Live to look deeper into all these gates, okay, on portals which is opening. Now the first thing is the next Tuesday is opening for the upper primary or heavens officer. So we know that on that day itself, the portal opens for good fortune. It is good for prosperity, for abundance. So since we know that, then we need to do some rituals, okay, or anything that we will educate the people, right, to try doing rituals that will enhance, okay, good fortune, prosperity, or abundance in life. Okay, so what could be the rituals? And of course, traditionally, of course, some people goes for prayers and some people in a way throw oranges, okay? Because throwing oranges itself, okay, it means that because oranges in Chinese, we call gam, okay? Call gam also because in a way that we want to give generosity. Because we want to throw it out, okay? The chances is because when we say, in Chinese, right? All this in Chinese, Chinese we call 捨得捨得. When we are able to give, okay, when we are able to share, then only we are able to take, which is tak, okay? So the thing is, right, some people will think that, okay, giving out, that's why on the Chap Goh Mei itself, a lot of people doing a lot of charitable work, okay, giving out, helping other people, throwing mandarin oranges, also hoping to get perfection. That's why they use it as a ritual to actually, in a way, like show people that they are looking for another half. Example, they're looking for boyfriends or girlfriends traditionally, okay? But to me, okay, I would say that on that day itself, there could be more meaningful things that we can do, okay? Especially on the auspicious hours, okay? So now I'm going to share with you, all right, on those days itself, okay, on the auspicious hours, what are the things that we can do in order for us to heighten up our good fortune, okay? To heighten up our awareness, okay? Even though if you're not Chinese, okay, right, on that day, since it's the first particular full moon, okay, of the lunar year, these are the rituals that anyone can do, okay? You don't need to celebrate Chinese New Year. You don't need to be Chinese, okay, in order for you to do it. Because when the portal, so when the full moon alignment, when the planetary and the stars align on that day itself, okay, it doesn't recognize what cultural background you're from or what religious background you're from, okay? You can still, in a way, benefit from it. So on the 15th of February, okay, for those of you who are in a way interested to try, now the first, okay, ritual itself is to usher in prosperity, okay. So for that day itself on the 15th of February, which is Tuesday, anytime between 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. local time. It means that it really depends where you are. Like Amy, okay, Amy Giela, you are from UK, so you just have to follow UK time between 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So wherever you are, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the Tuesday, 15 February, there are two things that you can do between this auspicious hour. And of course, if possible, I will highly suggest you before 11 a.m. that morning, try to get your 7 colors cleansing flower bath, okay, and also your citrus bath, and scrub yourself with the salt scrub, okay, to cleanse your energy, to prepare yourself. And once you have done this, 11 a.m. onwards, anytime between this duration itself, first thing is you get a vase of water, a vase with water, and then you put in chrysanthemums or sunflowers in odd numbers. Now write it down, in odd numbers, preferably yellow, vibrant color, okay? So yellow is the best, okay, because in Chinese, yellow also wang, okay? It's bright, okay? It is yellow. It is also, in a way, very, how to say, eye-capturing, right? So if you can get yellow color, that's the best. If you can't get yellow color, you can get white, you can get red, you can get purple. It's up to you. But if you ask me, preferably yellow, right? Get a vase, put water into it, and you put odd numbers of chrysanthemums or sunflowers. Means, okay, either now it's by stock, not by the number of flowers, because it's like, no, sometimes you have one stalk of chrysanthemums and you have a lot of buds, okay, a lot of like chrysanthemum buds, okay, so that's considered one stalk. All right, so all you need to do is you prepare in odd numbers. Now you can put either one stalk, but normally I do not suggest putting just one, but maybe for some of you, just budget concern, it's the first time you're doing it, you just want to try it out with just one stock, it is still fine. Now, doesn't mean that the more stocks you use, the better your luck will be. It doesn't mean that. Remember, do not, in a way, all right, be affected by the fear of missing out. Doesn't mean that the more you put at home, okay, the better your luck will be. That is all fear-based, all right? So it doesn't really matter. It's all heart-based. It's like how sincere, okay, and how, in a way, passionate are we doing the things. So you can either prepare one stock, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Okay, now the best thing for me is if you can try to prepare 9 stalks of either chrysanthemums. Okay, I disappeared and I stopped for a while. Is it everything okay? Right, 9 stalks of either chrysanthemums, okay, or sunflowers, because 9 also represents fire. Okay, number 9 also represents fire. So if you can actually, in a way, prepare 9 stalks, okay, that will be the best. But if not, anything between 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Right, of yellow chrysanthemums or yellow sunflowers, okay? You can prepare it, put in the vase, put water into it, okay? And put it at your southeast 2 location, okay? It means at your home or even in your office, okay? You can do this. Stand at the middle of your home or in the middle of your office. Take out your compass, okay, and turn to 135 degree, that is southeast 2, okay? So you just have to stand in the middle of your home, okay, and also your office, not the middle of your living room, the middle of your entire home. So you have to, in a way, roughly gauge where's your middle based on your floor plan. Stand at the middle and turn to 135 degrees southeast 2. And then at this timing, anytime between 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., okay, put it at the southeast 2 location, okay, with the vase of water and also your chrysanthemums or sunflowers in odd numbers. Understand? All right. Now, if you can, okay, try to use any time between 11 to 12:30, that will be the best. 11 to 12:30 if you can. But some of you probably due to some like work constraint or whatever, you just can't use 11 to 12:30. You can only do it at 2 or 2:30. Then by all means, it's still very good. All right. So do it within this time. And then after that, once you have put or placed the vase, the second thing is light a candle, okay, at your East 2 location, 90 degree. Can you make me disappear for a while so that they can have a very clear picture, okay, of the site? Just for a moment, screenshot this, okay, take a photo of this. Method 2 is after you have put the vase of flowers, okay, light a candle at your East 2 location that is 90 degree east. All right, you can bring me back out. All right, so these are the two things, okay, you can do in terms of activating the feng shui of your house on the 15th of February, Chap Goh Mei, the first lunar full moon of the year itself, okay, to usher in prosperity, abundance, and also perfection. All right, so these are the two things that you can do. Now, besides this, okay, all right, mix. Can you mix the flower colors? Yes, you can. Okay, you can mix it if you want to. But for me, okay, I mean, if you ask me, I will get yellow, and I will only get one color. All right. So, but if you want to mix, there's nothing wrong with it. You can still do it, but make sure it is in odd number. Don't put even number. All right. And then now, for those of you who wants to try tossing out Mandarin oranges, okay, as I mentioned, there are media interviews, right, about like tossing of like Mandarin oranges, okay, and you have to slightly move me a bit here, okay, all right, so it's like but it's not out yet, okay, so I'm going to share with you here first. Now this is for ushering of relationship. Now, for those of you who are single and available, Hui Yi, if you are still there, right, you can just type something so that people knows that you are single and available, okay? So normally, but what people do is, okay, traditionally, they will actually throw oranges into the lake or the river, okay? So that other people, they will write their phone number, their name, all right, or their email address, WhatsApp, or maybe nowadays you can stick your QR code there. I'm not sure, okay? So normally what they'll do is they will write all these details on and they will throw into the lake. Now, I have highly, in a way, do not recommend. I'm not going against it, but I really do not recommend this because I don't see it as like, I mean, there are so much better ways for us to do it. Let's put it this way, okay? If you're talking about hundreds of years ago where people do not have social media, they don't have Facebook, no Instagram, no WhatsApp, okay, or whatsoever, okay? They have to throw oranges into a lake, okay, so that hopefully other people will go to the lake and pick up their name and, you know, eventually they can be connected. But now we are talking about like, you know, everything which is so advanced, okay? We have print barcode after ye, yeah. We are so advanced. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have WeChat, all this Telegram, okay? WhatsApp to connect us, okay? So I really do not suggest you to go out, especially now that we are in the middle of a pandemic and you know Malaysia cases are not any lower, all right? So I will really suggest you, if you really want to do it, maximize this auspicious day and auspicious hour, okay, by doing it alright at home. Okay, now how do you do it at home? It means that instead of like writing on the oranges and throw it into a river, alright, probably you can consider writing your details in the oranges and with your name and put it as your profile picture. Example, okay, so that on that day, everyone that is scrolling through Facebook or any other social media, when they see an orange, okay, with your name on it, they know that, oh, this person is single and available because commonly people knows the ritual, okay? So when you put a Mandarin orange with your name and your contact, okay, right, you don't even need your contact because your social media platform is your contact. You put it up there, probably you will start attracting people to connect with you, to start messaging you, okay, right? So I will, in a way, really think that this would be a better way to do it. Or yes, you can also do it to improve relationship with your family and friends, okay? So what you need to do is, on that day, instead of looking for a lake, okay, at the southeast direction, you go to the southeast direction at your house, okay, and face, okay, the auspicious direction and start maybe connecting with friends, sending out messages. You can even send out like, emails, social media, posting on something, post your Mandarin Oranges profile picture to make sure that people knows that you're single and available, okay? Change your profile temporarily for that day itself so that people knows that you're on the lookout. So when people see this, they will start to connect with you. Or you can start setting up accounts in all this, like what nowadays, what are those, how to say, Tinder, OkCupid, are there any new ones up? Sorry, I'm not very updated with this, but you know what I mean, okay? All these matchmaking accounts, okay, where you go online dating and all that, probably on that auspicious day, on the auspicious location, facing the auspicious direction, on the timing given to you, you can start doing all these things. Or you can actually use those timing itself to, in a way, make amendment with your relationship between you yourself and your friends, your colleagues, or even your family members. If you find that there is some barriers between your relationship, there are certain things that you want to do more, you want to enhance the relationship on this given time and date itself, you can start probably calling your friends, calling your loved ones, okay, or messaging them, okay, sending them certain videos or voice messages, okay, to in a way try to work on the relationship. Now to me, I find that this is a better things to do rather than going out, okay, all sunny and hot outside there, okay. You have to go to the lake. Firstly, you're exposing yourself to possibilities of getting, okay, the virus, okay, of COVID, okay. And then the next thing is you are actually also not doing any good to the lake by throwing rubbish inside. Even though I know it's organic, it will decompose, okay, but the thing is, why you want to waste the mandarin orange, okay? Why not you just eat it, all right? So I would suggest that some more other things is like better to be done rather than just really going out and tossing it into the lake. But if you still want to do it, by all means, all right? So you can use 15th of February, Tuesday, same day. Now that day clashes with snake. Right, so if you're born in the year of the snake, all right, so the chances now, not to say that you can't do it, you can still do it, but the chances of you, okay, having a successful rate, okay, will be slightly lesser, all right. So if on that day itself, if you can ask someone to help you to do it, that will be better. It means that, okay, ask someone to throw for you with your contacts and everything on the oranges, or ask someone to post your contact and oranges onto their social media profile. Like for me, okay, example, I can post for Hui Yi, okay. This is Hui Yi, okay, single available with her contact, okay, and probably with her photo at the side. And I can post it on my social media profile on that day itself, on the auspicious hour, okay, so that people from my social media page can see it and she can share it to her social media. It means that if you're born in the year of the snake, try to get someone else to help you to do it, okay? The chances of success at least will be higher. If there's really no one help, by all means, just do it on your own, okay? There's really no harm doing it, all right? So on the 15th of February, Tuesday, all right, it clashes the snake. Now, the best timing is between 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., okay? And the next best timing is 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So you can do this either in the afternoon, okay, or in the evening, okay, right, either at home, okay, means that now how do you do it? Location is southeast. Means that for those of you, no, Jessie, I've been throwing mandarin oranges all this year. I mean, it's part of my yearly ritual, okay, I have just got to do it now. If you really want to insist to do it, and if it's still allowed, I'm not sure, okay, you can still do it now. How do you do it? Southeast means, okay, now you have to start your Google Map or your Google Earth. Means from where you are located, from your home, okay, you have to take out your Google Earth and you have to start looking from your home, measuring out where is your southeast direction. Okay, it means that roughly from your home, looking out, okay, in that radius, right, where is your southeast, okay, direction? So in this direction itself, does any of the lakes or any of the places or Cyberjaya or Putrajaya, okay, all these places which if it's in a way legally that you can do this tossing of mandarin oranges, is this particular direction part of your southeast, okay? If it is, okay, this will be the most ideal direction for you to go towards to, all right? Understand? It means that you go, okay, once you identify where is the best southeast to go, then you drive over to that direction, to the lake, example. So once you reach the lake, you find your best direction, okay? Now, the best direction here is northeast 3, tiger direction, 60 degree. Example now, you have found, okay, the lake, which is at the southeast direction from your home. You have driven there. Now you are in front of the lake. You have to walk, okay, around the lake. Walk until when you take out your compass and you measure out facing the lake. It means the lake is in front of you and you take the measurement, it is 60 degree. It means that now you are facing northeast 3 tiger direction. And in this direction, you throw out your oranges. Yeah, I know, it's tedious. Wow, so many things, Jessie. Can I just go there and throw? can. Remember, as I say earlier, okay, why do we need to have so much of rituals? It really shows, okay, attests to us as in how much we want something, how desperate we want something. Because most of the time, right, a lot of people say, oh, I want this, I want pakto la, I want boyfriend la, I want girlfriend la. Say only ma, okay? When it comes to really work on something, right, you say, so difficult, so hard, or drive so far away, so difficult. Now, if that's the case, you know the chances of you really getting one probably will be slimmer. All right? So these are the things that you can do. Now, let's say for those of you who are more maybe like ready for changes, you want to just do it at home. Okay, let's forget about really like going all out. So what you can do is, okay, all right, what you need to do is you stay at home, okay, and from your house itself, you in a way take the location where is your southeast sector. It means from the center of your home, okay, you measure out 120 degree to 150 degree. Midpoint is somewhere around 135, okay. So you find where's your 135 degree, and then go to that corner of your southeast sector. And when you reach the corner of your southeast sector of your home, all right, then you stand there, take out your compass again, and then take direction into your 60 degree. It means that once you are at your southeast location, you go towards that location. Example, if I measure here, so happen, okay, if this particular little tiger over there, that corner example of my home is my southeast. So I walk all the way to the small little tiger there. I stand there, I take out my compass again, and I turn to 60 degree because the direction that I should face will be 60 degree. So I turn up to 60 degree, and at that particular location and facing direction, I start changing my profile picture, updating my social media, put my status into single and desperately available. Who knows, okay? And then put your photo there, okay? Put your contact number or whatsoever, okay? And then you can send out emails, okay? Messages, WhatsApp, call your loved ones, okay? Anything to usher in a better relationship, okay? So these are the things that you can do. Now, do pay attention, okay? If you're thinking to use between 11 to 1 p.m. Now, those of you born in the year of the rat, avoid using 11 to 1 p.m. because it's a clash hour to you. So the chances of success, again, in a way, like lower. Now, if you're planning to use 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., if you're born in the year of the ox, avoid using it. All right. Now, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., if you're born in the year of rabbit, avoid using it. And lastly, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., if you're born in the year of the dragon, avoid using it. Yeah, okay, correct. You have to change your status to single and desperately available. Of course, ma, okay, then you can usher in a relationship. All right, make it clear, okay? The more clarity we have, the better we manifest, okay? Don't beat around the bush, okay? If you really want it, put it clearly out there so that everyone can see and everyone can help you to share it out. So if you ask me, this will be a better way for you to do it. Can you please disappear me from the camera for a while so that they can screenshot, okay, what are the clashing hour and all that. Screenshot this, take a photo of this particular slides itself so that you can remember, and on that day itself, okay, you can, in a way, try doing this as well. All right, so that will be my sharing, okay, on Chap Goh Mei and the rituals that you can do. And of course, I'm sure all of you has been notified as well already that the upcoming party, the Chinese New Year party on the 12th of February with heavy hearts, we have to cancel it, all right? Because after much considerations due to the cases that we are in a way facing now in Malaysia, okay? And in order for us to throw the party, we have to invite the whole team to be at the same venue. So I really don't think that is a good idea, but I really want to share with you my part of sharing about the Grand Centurion portal and also how to get ourselves prepared for it. So my team and I have decided, okay, we will have, okay, a workshop on the 15th of February, okay, 9 p.m. Now, this workshop is free. It is also complimentary, fully sponsored, right? So those of you, if you feel connected, if you feel that, oh, you want to know more about what else, okay, that you can maximize on this full moon day, all right? And get yourself ready for the Grand Centurion Portal Special opening officially on the 18th of February, which is 3 days after Chap Goh Mei itself, okay? Do join me on this free complimentary workshop. It will start Tuesday, 15th of February, 9 p.m. Malaysia time, GMT plus 8. So I really hope, okay, now this particular is a live session. The front part of it will be a lot of sharing, more about Grand Centurion Portal, how to get ourselves energetically, mentally, okay, prepare for it. how to also get ourselves physically ready for that day itself, okay? And it will end the session with a short meditative sound session, right? So all you need to do is just like sit down, close your eyes. We're going to tune your body, okay? And in a way to try to actually let it in tune with the moon, okay? At the same time with the opening of the portals. So if you feel called to it, this is one of the workshops that I truly advise or recommend you to join me, okay, and my team on the 15th of February, okay. You can scan on the QR code or you can click on the link, okay, to register for it. Right, other than that, I know many of you, due to my failure of Facebook Live last week of an internet issue, but many of you has already bought the pendant. But I'm here also trying to share with you also, many of you know that I have this, okay? This is my baby design. This is my pendant, the Star Equilibrium pendant that is made of, okay, 18K gold, this real gold with a piece of like studded diamond over there. The size is about 1.5 cm times 1.5 cm. All right, and it is on 3D, you can see here, right? Great, the design, everything, the meaning I've shared in the video. I'm not going to go into that as well, okay? You can check back on my previous video itself where I deliberately talk about why this design, okay? Why the two triangles? What does it represent, okay? So if you're really thinking about getting one, okay, this year, because I'll be blessing the whole entire batch. So far, I think we have almost 50, okay, pendants sold. We have left, I think, about like 20, okay, right? So if you are interested, okay, to get this pendant, it is selling at $599, okay? All these are real gold, okay, with a diamond. And then it's selling at $599, and then also we have to add 6% SST. If I'm not mistaken, after that is about like 635 ringgit. Now, it's only for self-collection. So if you're intending to get it, okay, you need to collect it in KL. If you're in Singapore, then you have to wait. It means that on the 18th of February, I will do the ritual, okay, because we'll be doing meditations in the middle of the night. We will bless the pendants, okay, and after that, you can collect after 18th of February, all right, self-collection. We are not posting it out. But let's say if you're in Singapore or Australia, okay, you know that this two particular countries itself is a place that I would definitely travel to, okay, once the border opens. So if you can wait, okay, so I can actually bring the pendants to you whenever I travel, probably few months down the road, okay, I'm not sure. So if you're interested, if you're in Singapore and Australia, Sydney and Melbourne specifically, okay, I can carry it over to you whenever I travel. But the rest of the countries, if you're in UK and all that, okay, I'm so sorry, I can't arrange for a delivery to you unless you have local people to actually help you to collect it. All right, so for those of you who are interested in this, okay, remember, collection only after 18th of February. We have almost 20 in stock, okay? So once it is all fully sold, the link will be deactivated. So if you're interested, you can scan on the QR code over here or click on the link, okay, in order for you to purchase one. All right, so yeah, okay, two more things. I saw some of the questions, okay? For the flowers itself, when you place it there, okay, you place it, you can change your water, okay? Change your water daily so that it stays as fresh as possible. Try to prolong it as long as possible, okay? So let's say if it started to dry up, okay, it started to wither and all that, then you can remove it, okay? But if you can prolong it, try your best to prolong it as best as possible, because it's also an indication of how great the energy in your area or in your house as well, okay? Because the better the energy, the longer you can preserve the plants, all right? Okay, remember to change your water. As for the candles, okay, when you light the candle itself, now when you light it, allow the candle to distinguish on its own. It means that you have to burn until it, in a way, like finishes on its own. So somehow, okay, if you happen to find that the candles are blown off by the wind or whatever, then you have to reignite it, okay, until the whole candles finishes on its own, okay? So now try, I know some of you last year get the very, very big pineapple candle, okay? Now that one can sometimes burn for at least 2 weeks or a month. Now I do not suggest that. If you really want, get a smaller one. Probably it will be off in like 1 or 2 days, okay? It will be better because pineapple candles, we use it a lot at home. It's auspicious, it looks good, but the quality of the wax inside is not that high quality. And you're now burning it within indoors, okay? So over time itself, it will in a way exhibit a lot of like toxic fumes, okay? So therefore, if you burn pineapple candles, you just burn it like probably just one day, it will be good enough. So avoid getting the big ones, all right? So just get the small ones, it will do, okay? It's only a significant, all right? If not, get a better candle, invest into a better candle and allow it to burn, okay, until it finishes, all right? Okay, I bought mine. Please make blessings. We'll collect after pandemic. All right, thank you, John Vega. Yes, okay. I know many of you have bought your pendant. I really, in a way, right, I suggest if you want to buy it for your children, right, all my children, including my girls' boyfriends, okay, and my boys' girlfriends, they are all wearing the pendants, okay. You can see also many people in J groups, they are wearing the pendants, okay. I'm not saying that wearing the pendants will change your luck, okay, but definitely if you watch the clips where I explain about the pendant, subconsciously all these symbols itself, it in a way interact with our subconscious mind, all right. It represents the fire, like the symbol of fire and the symbol of water, which is perfect for this year because this year's hexagram is water, fire, in a way already accomplished. 水火二制, okay? And that is exactly, okay, what is in a way, right, the meaning of the star equilibrium pendant itself, okay? Where everything is in a way perfect alignment. So I really hope that, okay, I mean, it's an investment and you know that buying gold itself over time, you will, in a way, you won't lose all the investments you have, okay? At the end of the day, it is worth something and over time itself, you know that the worth will keep increasing. All right, thank you so much. Any particular questions that I need to tend to? No? All right. So, yeah, thank you so much to all of you. Here, wishing all of you great health, okay? A great tiger year ahead. 恭喜发财 once again, because this will be my final chance, okay, to greet you personally on my Facebook Live before the end of Chinese New Year next Tuesday. All right. So, thank you so much for tuning in. Please help me to share this out if you haven't, all right? And really wishing all of you great health, abundance, prosperity, and 恭喜发财. Okay? Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Good night.